Game 3, Western Conference Semifinal arrives this evening at 7 o'clock. The Stockton Thunder take on the Alaska Aces, and the series all tied 1 game apiece. Should be a good one here this evening. Mike Benton with you, and joining me now, Thunder head coach Matt Thomas. Matt, after coming back here from Game 2 and tying the series, a lot of meaning here behind Game 3, but how do you define it?
Well, I think it's kind of funny. They all become a more important one as they go, but I don't think it's anything bigger than what it actually is. It's an opportunity to take a lead in a series. I think for us, it's an opportunity to to make this a difficult place for teams to come in and play, and we want to do that for Alaska just like we would for any opponent. So it's an important one for us. Obviously, we're looking for the win, and so are they. But for us, we got to make sure that we stick to the way we've been playing in our game plan, and we got to execute.
In Game 2, we saw the top line of Kevin Baker, Max Campbell, and Chris Dalvies finally come through. Obviously, that being said, you have to have your top players perform in the postseason, but what kind of lead can your other players take when your top guns are at their best as well?
Well, I think arguably Fracken's line and Morgan's line had more grade A scoring chances than that top line, and minus some power play opportunities that those guys get. But it was we need that secondary scoring. There's no question. You need your top guys to score, and I'm glad I challenged them each individually and as a line to improve on what I thought was an average game by their standards on Friday night. And I like the way they responded. I think it's important for guys like Frack and Foy and Fulton to get on the board, and I think Morgan, Hunt, and Levesque have been really effective for us, and they've been creating a lot of scoring chances. It'd be nice to see some of those go in the net. But we all know that it comes down to your horses too. Those guys got to step up and rise to the occasion like they did in Game 2.
And now you have 3 home games guaranteed here in this best-of-7 series. We can talk about having that last change. We can talk about momentum as well. We can talk about crowd. What's that biggest benefit as far as playing in this barn during this time of season?
I just think it's an opportunity for you to feel like you can control more things, and not that it really does. It changes a whole heck of a lot compared to being on the road. Last change is important. I think we can get our matchups now. We can also concentrate on some things that we know work well for us in this building and try to execute those things. But when you're looking at home ice in the playoffs, the crowd is probably the biggest thing. They need to be loud. They need to be behind us, regardless of how the game goes. They can always sway momentum in your side. They can create momentum against the opposition, and our crowd's been fantastic. And we're hoping that people in the Stockton area come out to support us, because I think that alone could be something that can sway any close game in our favor.
What do you see coming out of Alaska here for Game 3?
Well, I don't think it's going to be any different than what you saw in Game 1 and 2. It's going to be a war. It's going to be the team that makes the one play when it counts. It's going to be 2 good goaltenders trying to outduel each other. It's going to be a lot of the same. I think it's just a great series. I think the matchups is a real quality one within the individual lines going head to head. They had a couple guys from the American Hockey League from Peoria, but again, I don't think we worry about anything other than Alaska bringing their A game and us knowing that our A game has to be right there with them, and we got to do some little things to hopefully win a hockey game, and that's really what we've been stressing through this entire playoff season so far. That all those little things add up to big things, and we got to make sure that we're keeping Alaska within our reach each and every shift that we're out there.
Thank you, Matt. Good luck here.
Thanks, Spence.
Thunder take on the Alaska Aces this evening here in Game 3 of the Western Conference Semifinal. Opening face-off at 7 o'clock. Tickets online at Ticketmaster.com, and we're also on air beginning at 6:45 on StocktonThunder.com. Enjoy the game. I'm Mike Benton for Thunder Vision.